Most Pinoys think that full hybrid vehicles are expensive. Oftentimes, if you want to get a full hybrid at a more affordable price, you'll have to sacrifice on space or features or both. Now, that is a reality that the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme wants to change. So, how exactly will this hybrid crossover do that? Well, dude, stick around because we aim to find out. Let's do this! We cannot deny the fact that electric mobility is the future, whether you go full EV or full hybrid. For most Pinoys, a full hybrid crossover like the Haval Jolion HEV is a logical choice because, well, you don't need to plug it to recharge, but you can still enjoy maximum range and substantial fuel savings. Plus, of course, the number coding exemption benefit. But while full hybrids are making their way into the country, the options are either too expensive or too small. And that's where the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme comes in. This crossover is the Goldilocks in terms of size, not too big and not too small, and it also has an attractive price. Coming in at 1,588,000 Philippine pesos, the Haval Jolion HEV is at the same price level as the smaller Nissan Kicks VL and the Toyota Yaris Cross HEV. So, considering this, can the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme make a strong case for itself? Let's find out. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Alright, put on sport mode, set the regen rate to the lowest setting, okay, and let her rip. Oh yeah. Woo! Oh yeah! 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 Dude, this accelerates just like an EV. See, that is what most people will miss out if they don't even consider the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme. You see, this crossover is priced at the same level as the Toyota Yaris Cross HEV and the Nissan Kicks VL, so naturally, most Pinoys will gravitate towards those Japanese contenders. But to the select few out there who will venture to take a look at the Jolion HEV Supreme, dude, they will be rewarded with a unique hybrid driving experience. How so, you may ask? Well, for one, the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme has a series parallel hybrid system which is similar to what Toyota and Honda uses for their hybrids. So in a nutshell, a series parallel hybrid system can use both the gasoline engine and the electric motor to power the wheels. But unlike the Yaris Cross HEV, which only has 110 horsepower, the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme has a combined output of 186 horsepower and 375 Newton meters of torque. Oh yeah, now that power, all of that power, means that the Jolion can outperform both the Nissan Kicks and the Yaris Cross when you're in a stoplight drag race. And more importantly, the Jolion HEV does not really run out of breath when you're running at triple-digit illegal highway speeds. Not that I tested it though. Maybe in Mexico. Now, I also love the acceleration character of the Jolion HEV Supreme. You see, floor that throttle pedal and it surges, see? Woo! Like an EV, woo! Yeah, we even get EV sounds from the engine here. I mean, the gasoline engine isn't as loud as the other hybrids out there. You can definitely hear it, but you can only hear it a little bit underneath that EV sound, and you can feel just a slight rumble when the gasoline engine comes on. But as I'm saying, it's really subtle, guys. It's super subtle. Now, when you're done having fun on the highway with this car, well, when you go around the city, the Jolion HEV also has a single pedal mode, which is pretty cool, but it's not as aggressive as the single pedal system that I found in, say, the Nissan Kicks. Now, when you use that single pedal system, then you put the regen rate to maximum setting and switch the drive mode to eco mode, then you can really maximize on your city fuel economy. You see, when you're driving in heavy Metro Manila city traffic, and I'm talking like an average speed of 15 kilometers per hour or less, yeah, you're still getting around 12 to 13 kilometers per liter. Oh yeah, well, other normal gasoline cars, you'd be lucky to get 5. Now, when it frees up though, and the speed gets a little bit faster around the city, you can go up to as much as 17 kilometers per liter. Now, on the highway, well, where we're at now, I was kind of surprised because, yeah, I only got 18 kilometers per liter, which is really weird because I expected a lot more because this is a hybrid vehicle. Now, considering when I did that fuel economy test, it was an empty highway. I was cruising at 80 kilometers per hour, constant speed, and yeah, the car didn't really have much chances to do some braking. So I guess, yeah, we're not recharging the battery as much, which explains why the gasoline engine was almost on all the time. Now, the fuel consumption on the highway, yeah, it's not really as good as the Nissan Kicks or the Toyota Yaris Cross HEV. But hey, dude, considering the power that we have here on tap, yeah, it's a pretty decent trade-off. Now, a good number of you out there would want to get a full hybrid vehicle mainly because of the number coding exemption benefit. Now, I'm happy to report to you that at the time of this filming, the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme here has made it to the qualified hybrids list that is put out by the Department of Energy. Now, the thing is, I drove the Jolion HEV Supreme on its number coding day, and guess what? I wasn't flagged down, not even once. I mean, I got a lot of stares from the traffic enforcers. All of them were looking at my plate. They know I am number coded that day, but nobody dared to stop me. I mean, dude, if you just take one look at this vehicle, which is what the traffic enforcers did, they just took one look at the vehicle and they thought it's an electric vehicle, it's an electric car. I mean, if you don't agree with me, if you think that this doesn't look like a hybrid electric vehicle, then you better get your eyes checked. You see, pare, first up, we have this Haval badge right here that is finished in the color teal. And that by itself already tells me and the traffic enforcers that yes, this is a hybrid electric vehicle. Then we have the LED lighting units. I mean, we have a fancy set of LED headlights here that are framed by this giant LED DRLs. And in fact, we also have a ginormous set of LED turn signals here on the sides of the front bumper. I mean, when you put it all together, this, my friends, really just screams hybrid electric vehicle to me. And that is a good thing, especially for those of you who are really considering the number coding exemption benefit. Now, if the front fascia is not enough to convince Mr. Traffic Enforcer that you are driving a full hybrid vehicle, well, we have an HEV badge that can also be found right here on the front fender. Now, aside from that HEV badge, well, the side profile design of the Jolion HEV Supreme is quite similar to the gasoline-powered Jolion DCT Supreme. See, that means that we also get power folding side mirrors here with LED turn signals, and we also have a set of 18-inch alloy wheels. Now, behind those wheels, we also get the same premium mechanical bits that I found in the gasoline-powered Jolion DCT Supreme, which means that we have 4-wheel disc brakes here, and for the suspension, it rides on MacPherson's up front and a multi-link rear suspension. Now the ground clearance is at 168 millimeters, which is also similar to the Haval Jolion DCT Supreme. Now, if there's one word to describe the cabin of the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme, it's this: elegance. I mean, I've gotten quite used to the good-looking cabins that come from vehicles from Chinese car makers, but this, my friends, takes the cake when it comes to the price category. You see, we have a combination of white, black, and rose gold accents here that all come together to elevate the overall cabin experience. We have a set of white leather seats here that have some rose gold Haval accents right there, and the driver's seat also comes with power adjustments. Now granted, both the front seats also have a heat function, but yeah, I would prefer a ventilated function here, so yeah, the heating function is just a bit of fluff. Now, as for the steering wheel, well, we have a black leather wrap steering wheel there. Yeah, good choice for the color. We also have a rose gold accent on the steering wheel. Another good choice. But the steering wheel only adjusts for tilt. Yeah, it doesn't really telescope, so that's a bit of a bummer considering the price level of this Haval Jolion HEV Supreme. Now, we also have fully digital hybrid gauge display there, plus a heads-up display, and we have a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the image of a 360-degree view camera. Now, here's the thing, guys. I love Android Auto, and I love that we have that here in the Jolion HEV Supreme. But during the week that I was driving this vehicle, yeah, I would spend most of my time in the new energy flow section of the infotainment screen because it is just so cool to watch. I mean, I love it when I see which power source is powering the Jolion HEV, or whether it's the gasoline engine or the electric motor or both. I mean, it's just so cool, pare. Now, we also have a bunch of tech features here, including a fast wireless charge pad. We also have an electronic park brake with an auto hold button, and yeah, a rotary shifter here which controls your dedicated hybrid transmission. Now, as for the cabin materials, as I said, this, my friends, is super elegant. I mean, we have white leather on the middle dashboard here with some golden stitching there. We've got some white leather inserts on the door cards, and according to the words that my mom used when she rode with me in this Jolion HEV Supreme, she said, "It's maganda. Mahirap i-maintain, but maganda." Now, being a full hybrid, you'd most likely be switching between drive modes a lot. Now, to do that, you just have to swipe the infotainment screen from left to right, and then you can change the drive modes from Eco, Normal, Sport, and even Snow. Now, I'm grateful for that shortcut, but as I said before when I reviewed the Jolion DCT Supreme, yeah, please Haval, give me a physical button or a physical knob for the drive modes. I mean, I would usually be in Eco mode when I'm driving around the city, but on the highway, I would always switch it up to Sport mode to have a little bit of fun. Now, aside from that, we also have a full suite of driver assist aids here. Now, that means that we also get traffic jam assist, which really takes away the stress of driving when you're stuck in heavy traffic. Now, the NVH levels of this vehicle is also really good. It's quiet even on the highway, which is what you'd expect from a full hybrid vehicle. Now, as for the back seat, let's go and check it out. So the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme has the longest wheelbase amongst all of the full hybrids in its price category. So if you're the type of person who values space, then you should give this Jolion HEV Supreme a long and hard look. You see, we have a spacious back seat here. In fact, it's large enough to rival even the larger compact crossovers out there. Now, that space is further amplified by a large panoramic sunroof. Now, in terms of the overall riding comfort, well, the Jolion HEV Supreme has a soft and smooth ride, which would enhance the overall riding comfort of your backseat passengers. Now, as for the amenities, well, we do have a full spec here. I mean, we have a pair of rear AC vents, we have a pair of USB charge ports there, and we also have this center armrest with a pair of cup holders. Oh yeah, and did I mention the white leather seats with gold trim? Oh yeah. Now, some local car reviewers say that the rear end design of the Jolion HEV Supreme is a bit busy, and I tend to agree with them. You see, we have a multitude of badges here, from the Haval badge right there in the center, to the Jolion badge right here, to the HEV badge right there, and we also have a GWM badge on the other side. So when you put that together with the 7 LED taillight units here, yes, this rear end is really a bit overkill. It's a bit overstyled, at least in my opinion. Now, when you pop open the manual liftgate, you see that some car reviewers also say that the trunk space of the Jolion HEV Supreme is 430 liters. Not quite. You see, 430 liters is the trunk space of the gasoline-powered Jolion DCT Supreme. This hybrid electric vehicle has two battery packs found right here underneath the floorboard of the cargo area, which reduces your cargo capacity to just 337 liters. Still, my friends, it's good enough for a large sky travel luggage right here. So see, we can still put that there. But if you're transporting more items than a single large sky travel luggage, then you will have to put the back seats down in order to accommodate all of those other stuff. Now, since we also have the two battery packs here at the back, that also means that we lose the spare tire in this Jolion HEV Supreme. Instead, we just have a fix-a-flat. So you have to make sure that you have roadside assistance along with your insurance policy, just in case you run into an emergency. Emergency being a flat. True, the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme is up against some pretty heavy competition from Japanese car makers. But if you look past the brand equity of the competition, you will see a full hybrid vehicle that seeks to offer you more than what you pay for. You get more space, more power, a more upscale cabin, and a unique looking ride that will tell everyone that you're driving a hybrid vehicle, traffic enforcers included. And with the 8-year warranty on the battery pack, as well as the 5-year vehicle warranty from GWM Philippines, you can be assured of many years of hassle-free motoring with the Haval Jolion HEV Supreme. Thanks for watching.